Welcome to a presentation regarding 10 things you should know if you're charged with a DWI in the state of Louisiana. When you get arrested for DWI, you basically have two cases. The first case is the actual DWI. Because this is a criminal charge, you'll be required to actually go to court, which involves a judge and a prosecutor. The second case you have is the driver's license case, which may require an administrative hearing to get your driver's license back. What is a DWI in Louisiana? A DWI in Louisiana is the operating of a motor vehicle, aircraft, watercraft, or any other means of conveyance when the operator is under the influence of alcohol, drugs, or a combination of both. If the defendant is under the age of 21, he or she may be charged with underage DWI. The main difference between underage DWI and regular DWI is that for underage DWI, the blood alcohol content, which leads to presumption of under the influence of alcohol, is much lower. It's 0.02 as opposed to 0.08 for regular DWI. Nevertheless, if the defendant blows at 0.08 or above, he or she may be charged with regular DWI. And the difference between the two is the consequences. The consequences for regular DWI are much more harsh than for underage DWI. Now, the possible sentences for misdemeanor DWI can vary. First of all, misdemeanor DWI is a DWI first offense or DWI second offense. Upon a conviction for DWI first offense, the sentencing range is 10 days to 6 months in jail. However, those 10 days can be suspended and the defendant placed on probation for a period of time. The judge will order the defendant to perform 32 hours of community service, to be involved in a substance abuse program and any treatment that's required in that program, and also perform a driver improvement program. There will also be a fine and court cost involved. Second offense DWI carries a sentencing range of 30 days to 6 months. The consequences for DWI are much more harsh once they become felonies. A DWI becomes a felony upon the third, fourth, and subsequent convictions. DWI third offense carries a sentencing range of 1 to 5 years in prison. DWI fourth offense carries a sentencing range of 10 to 30 years in prison, 2 of which must be served without benefit of probation, parole, and suspension of sentence. Another very important consequence to being convicted of a DWI is your driver's license. Your driver's license will be suspended upon a conviction for DWI. Nevertheless, you may apply for a hardship license if you do in fact qualify. The second case involving your DWI arrest is the case involving your driver's license as it relates to the breathalyzer. Now, most of the times when somebody is arrested with a DWI, they're offered to take the breathalyzer. They may refuse the breathalyzer or they may submit to it. If they refuse the breathalyzer, they can lose a license for a year in Louisiana. If they submit to it and blow over the limit, they'll lose your license for 90 days. And if they're under the age of 21, they'll lose it for 6 months. Now, you can fight to get your driver's license back as it relates to the refusal or submittal of the breathalyzer. The way you do this is by having an administrative hearing. Now, it's important to understand that you only have 15 days from the date of arrest to request an administrative hearing. And you should always have a lawyer help you do this administrative hearing, as there are a lot of technicalities that only a lawyer who's knowledgeable in this area will be able to help. Another important thing that you need to know about DWI conviction is that it can negatively affect your insurance, your ability to obtain employment, your ability to enter schools, and your overall record. The 10th most important thing you should know if you have a DWI charge in Louisiana is that not all lawyers are the same. You should have a lawyer who's experienced in defending these types of cases to adequately provide your defense.